Life was great. I retired from construction just a year and a half ago. We traveled all over the world. Honestly, my favorite place is Tahiti. We got to go to Tahiti for 2 weeks and it's gorgeous. A year ago, I had 0 symptoms. I had been diagnosed with pulmonary fibrosis, but I thought it was down the road. And then all of a sudden this year, as the year went along, started noticing a little bit more shortness of breath. So I went ahead and had my first consultation with the transplant team. And so that got me my foot in the door. And, so they met me, thought I was a good candidate, thought, just looking at me and the tests that ran that day, that they felt like, yeah, we think we'll go to step 2, which is 3 days of testing and all that other stuff. And then all of a sudden in 1 week, and it was the week we were going to fly to Cabo San Lucas in Mexico, that Saturday. And then Friday night, I was getting ready for bed and it was like, something ain't right. So I canceled. And I went to bed and told my wife, Becky, honey, I'm sorry, but I'm canceling. We're not going. I'm canceling the plane, canceling the whole thing. It's like all of a sudden I was like, wow, I just can't seem to catch my breath. And then Sunday, January 8th, thank God my wife called my daughter, and the two of them called an ambulance, and that was it. I mean, I was literally hanging on by a thread. So now I'm at IU Methodist. At this point, the process is I never did the 3 days of testing. So they had to really fast track me through that just to do the stuff that they would have done to get me on the list. I wasn't even on a list because I never got to that point. And so they did a great job. I'm telling you, I can't say enough about this staff at IU Methodist. They got me on the list, and not only on the list, I was at the top of the list because literally I was hanging on by a thread. So then they had to put me on ECMO. And that was, obviously that kept me alive until they could find a set of lungs. On January 17th, they had a set of lungs and they said, we're go. And then after that, it was just recovery. And that's where I'm at now. I'm still at recovery.
Let's move your hands back just a little bit on the walker. There you go.
I started doing a little walking in the room first, and then last couple of days been walking out in the hallway. One of the doctors came in and said, do you want to listen to your new lungs? I said, yeah. And I mean, that sound was so compelling. Just to hear what they're listening to, it just sounded like a big cool breeze. It sounded so good. I was a broke down old beater truck, and now I was a Ferrari. My outlook for the future is get back to as much as a normal life as I can. Still would like to do more travel, and I know it's going to be a while before that happens, but I'm going to do everything they say. I'm going to follow instructions. I'm not going to shortcut. I'm going to give it every chance I can.